A beautiful evening down here in Kampala. Welcome back to this special episode of the show. I'm Tony.
And I'm Tim.
Of course, remember we're powered by Super Ride Car Wash at Acacia. Down there, of course, they provide the best car washing services as well as Rainforest Coffee, the best coffee that you've ever tasted down here in Uganda. Welcome to this segment of the show. We had a lot of football, Timothy, midweek. So many games were played in the Champions League, especially with some teams showing us very, very interesting results. Manchester United and Arsenal both lost, perhaps because they played on the same night, like some people are saying. What is going on over there?
I think, Tony, we have to talk about Man United. Arsenal going away to Lens. They had already won the first game. Maybe they would have wanted to consolidate those points, but I think a loss at Lens, you look at maybe the reverse fixture, and if Arsenal will win it, they are good to go. But Man United, 2 games in, and they've lost, and losing to then their nearest rival, I think Galatasaray. Bayern should have been the outright,
perhaps the outright number one.
Yep, but now the second position, Galatasaray have won at Old Trafford, now deserve a chance. So United will be looking at either Europa or they will totally not play in Europe.
You look at the games that Manchester United has played in the last couple of fixtures, and these look like all winnable games, apart from the game at Bayern. All the teams that Manchester United has been playing, they were almost assured wins for Manchester United. So it was surprising to see that even at home against the team from Turkey, this was a very, very interesting result. And getting 2 goals at home, Timothy, you shouldn't be losing a game.
Yeah, I think that's the worry for Man United. If a big team scores 2 goals, they should not be losing that game. Worst case may be a draw, but they are giving away chances to their opponents. And I think they'll keep getting hurt if they don't sort out their defensive structure.
Very, very interesting, of course. Big games over there. Manchester City, of course, got their routine win almost in the midweek. Very, very interesting. But Manchester United kick things off on the weekend, of course. This particular one, they'll be taking on a very, very big side in Brentford. Mark you, this is a side that is not a very, very easy one. But they've had a rough patch of form themselves. They started brightly in this season. They still now look like they've fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, Tony, Brentford is looking shaky. They don't look like the Brentford that we know that is able to stage a fight against the big boys. But I think the advantage for Brentford is they look at Man United. We had talked about Crystal Palace not being at the top of their form, but they were able to come to Old Trafford and get a win.
Having lost 3-0 previously.
Yep. So I think the Brentford, Thomas Frank will look at Man United and he will think there is an opportunity for his team.
Very, very interesting. Of course, Manchester United coming into this particular game in 10th place. Of course, they'll be taking on a Brentford side, like we said, being shaky. Let's start with Manchester United, Timothy. Where do we start? Because I was looking through some of the results, and if you stretch back to the beginning of the season, I think Manchester United have only been able to keep 2 clean sheets. That's a huge worry for such a big club, Timothy. Where has it gone wrong? Does the coach finally think, let me try something else in goal? Does he finally give Altay Bayandi a chance? Does he stick with Onana? What is your opinion there?
I think to start with, Tony, it's not about the clean sheets only. Man United has conceded 18 goals in the first, 7 games. That's very poor. And
almost 3.
Yeah, almost 3 per game. So it's going to be very bad for Man United. And you said, where is the problem? I think it's all over the pitch. You've talked about benching Onana. You look at the forward line, Rashford is misfiring. You look at the midfield, Casemiro is hardly finding his feet. So it's all over the team. And I like your statement, Tony, where you say, does he reshuffle the team and look for maybe some other players?
Try something fresh.
Yep. So it's going to be hard for Erik ten Hag, but you look at he's persistent on some players. We've talked off air why he's playing Amrabat as a left wing.
That one I cannot understand what that decision is. I think the 2 games, and he has persisted with the same back 4 in the previous 2 games in a row. Manchester United has lost both games. So it tells you something. I've seen a lot of chances being conceded from the left, where Amrabat is currently finding himself. I believe you need to play a more defensive-minded player. What I've seen Chelsea playing Kukurea in right back. Why don't you put maybe a Lindelof there or Johnny Evans there? We saw he could play very well with his left. Perhaps he doesn't have the pace. You need to shuffle these things around. I think Erik ten Hag is getting it all wrong.
Yeah, he's
at the moment.
he's getting it all wrong, and he's just lucky that the Man United hierarchy is backing him. Otherwise, had it been another coach, I think he would be under huge pressure. And if he loses against Brentford, even if he has the backing, I think the Man United franchise will start questioning if he's the right coach.
Something is wrong with Manchester United when they're playing against London clubs. Team. They've lost against Spurs, lost against Arsenal, lost against Crystal Palace. Brentford is coming in town from London. Shall we see something there?
Tony, I'm struggling to see how Man United is going to get a result. Having watched Man United,
a result?
Yes, I'm struggling, Tony.
Very, very interesting. But coming back to the lineup team, and we know that Manchester United definitely have injury concerns, and that's perhaps why the board is still backing the manager, because they know the level of injuries that they've got. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is out, Luke Shaw is out for an extended period, so they've had to really struggle, and even Sergio Reguilon, the backup, also got injured. So they've had to struggle with that, someone that they can play in that position. In the midfield, Casemiro looked leggy in midweek, and even got sent off. He hasn't looked very comfortable, and getting someone to play alongside him has been a very, very big trick for Ten Hag. I've seen him shifting Bruno Fernandes sometimes to the right wing. We've seen him bringing in Hannibal coming into the game, Eriksen. So it seems to be struggling with who exactly should be playing alongside Casemiro. Perhaps that's one of the things that are still affecting the team. But Rashford has been hitting poor form. He needs the rest, team.
Yeah,
we've been talking of air.
I think we're calling it a rest, but I think he needs to be removed from the team for now. Maybe come from the bench and then build his
it's killing his confidence.
Yes, killing it a lot. And I think his deputy in Alejandro Garnacho, I think he can do better. We've seen him coming in, and he is more purpose to move in front. So Erik Ten Hag should look at the ego of Rashford and tell him, even if you're the starter, you're going to be on bench for a few games as you build back your confidence. And I think Garnacho would do better.
When we look at Wissa coming in with Mbeumo in a very poor rut or a poor run of form that they've been going through, should they be licking their lips for this one?
From Mbeumo, I think yes. If Ten Hag is
going especially if it's to face Amrabat,
yes, Mbeumo will capitalize in that position. And for Wissa, if you look at the Man United pairing, I think they're a bit lightweight.
Victor and Raphael.
Yes, I think they're weak, and Raphael Varane has lost his pace, and Wissa, we know, is pacey. So I think
he missed a host of chances against Arsenal in that Carabao Cup field. So if he gets a very nice supply like that, he can easily hurt Manchester United.
If he gets those 4 chances again, he'll put into
prediction.
I'm struggling to find out this game, and I don't think they'll win it, though. I think also Brentford might not win, but Tony, I want to either lean into an X2 result. Either Brentford will get a draw or likely to win it, so I've gone for a 2-2.
Very, very interesting. It's difficult to give Manchester United a win in this one. I've looked around, Timothy. There are goals in Rasmus Højlund. I love the boy, but Brentford might be a difficult ask. I've also gone for a 1-1 draw in this particular one. Very, very big game starting at 5 p.m. East African time. You cannot afford to miss that one. Will Manchester United be able to pick back from where they picked a few points recently and continue their climb? They are 7 points behind the top 4 teams. So that means they need to get points from somewhere. Don't go anywhere. We'll be bringing you more of the games. Bye for now.